All right, let's take you to the Western Cape now. Mineral and Petroleum Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe is said to represent the president at the Investing in African Mining Indaba that's currently underway in Cape Town. In fact, what's happening there is that the presidency says this follows a change in the president's schedule. As a result of this, Mantashe will now lead the government delegation and deliver the keynote address on behalf of the president. This Indaba serves as a platform for stakeholders to discuss the future of the industry under the theme Future-Proofing African Mining. Since its inception back in 1994, the Indaba has become a key event for mining professionals, investors, and industry leaders that are looking at vast opportunities in Africa's mining sector. All right, and these are live visuals at Cape Town. This is always held at the Cape Town International Convention Center. We anticipate to hear from Minister Gwede Mantashe within the hour as he opens this all-important gathering, which happens typically around this time of the year, every year since about 1994. I have no doubt, by the way, that Trump's remarks around, the concerns he has about the confiscating of land in the country will feature in some ways, especially when you consider just how much of investment talks typically are included in this kind of gathering. But the context, of course, is that mining in South Africa has taken quite a bit of a battering. Giants, including Anglo-American, having to, in some instances, scale back on their operations. They've cited a whole host of issues, including some of the macroeconomic restraints or constraints in the country that have been a hindrance for a company like Anglo. So we'll certainly keep listening in because of that. In fact, let's take you to Cape Town, get your sense of what's being said at the moment.
Indeed, her name is Taming Kadimeng and mine is Hofa Modise. Now, if you're familiar with African names, I'm sure you can tell that this is a bit too short to be a real African name. Now, these are shortened versions of our names. And so, Tami, what is your full name and the meaning behind it?
My actual full name is Noma Tamsanga, which is one of the languages, the 12 languages, official languages of South Africa. It's Xhosa. And my surname is Nkadimeng, another one of the 12 official languages, Sepedi. So my full name means fortunate, and my surname means borrowed. So I go by the motto, I live my fortunate, God-borrowed life. But I also know that your name has a deeper meaning. What does it mean to you?
Well, I speak Setswana, and there are no clicks in Setswana. My full name is Hofaone, and it means God is the giver, the source, and provision. And so, because we're talking about names and meanings, this year's theme, Future-Proofing Mining in Africa Today, has a great meaning to me as a young African woman. What future-proofing mining...
All right, live visuals there from Cape Town, some of the opening remarks from the program directors, presumably of the Mining Indaba, currently underway there in the Western Cape, speaking about the meanings of their names. I suppose there is a point to this in some ways. And if you're interested in issues of identity, which in some way will feature in this particular gathering, it is something that you'd want to listen to. But we're waiting to hear from the Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources in Gwede Mantashe, who'll give the keynote address as soon as that begins. We'll be back live in that room for you.